My name's David Berberich, and I work at Volvo Charlottesville, in Charlottesville, Virginia, expert level tech. I originally started in February 25th, 1985. I have worked for Volvo since then. I don't know why, but I remember the first job I did. I put fuel pump mounts on a 1976 wagon. I still work on cars every day. I work on a lot of the old stuff, old P1800. One of my customers I have has an old 850, and she's got 450,000 miles on it, and never been into the engine. If something happens and they pull an old 850 in here with a pile of miles on it, you can just see them cringing. Yeah, they don't want any parts of it. But that's my bread and butter. That's what I cut my teeth on, and I love it.
A lot of people basically think of him as a dad. I'll ask Dave a lot of life questions. I'll ask Dave a lot of Volvo questions. He is a great resource for any information, especially when it comes to older Volvos that I've never dealt with in the past. He is the guy. He just wants to see everybody do well and succeed.
Volvo's been in my life for over 40 years. I was fortunate enough to be able to purchase a 1981 240 DL to bring my daughter home. We've had Volvos ever since. I see some of my customers, when I first started working, they were maybe 10 years older than I was, and they could afford a Volvo, and still working on their cars, and now they have new cars, and their kids drove Volvos, and their grandkids drive Volvos. And as far as our dealership in this town, if you're sitting at a stoplight and you don't see a Volvo at a stoplight, you're not in Charlottesville. There's Volvos everywhere. We have just a great market, and the people love the product. It gives me a lot of pride. I treat people like my wife or my children are going to be riding in the car. And it's very important to me to make sure that people are safe. I was coming back from this weekend, traveling on the interstate, and I saw a car, and I'm like, I didn't say anything to my wife, but I was like, I just worked on it last week. So it's a good feeling. I've always had the love of cars, how they work and how they come apart and how they go back together. It's been a love of mine for forever. I like fixing things, and not just cars, but anything. As my granddaughter says, Granddaddy can fix anything.